With just about 34 minutes before Gilas Pilipinas tips off our home game over at the Mall of Asia Arena kontra sa Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, nandito na naman tayo sa 2OT, konting kwentuhan lang to get everybody just about ready. And for tonight, on this special Monday, espesyal ang ating bisita. Coach Charles Chu is joining 2OT. Magandang gabi sa'yo, Coach.
Hello, Magu. Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me. It's been a while. Excited to do the show with you, as always.
Coach Charles, are you at home right now?
Yep.
Chandelier ba yan? Nasa kwarto mo? Grabe naman.
Hindi, wala naman sa kwarto, sa dining room. Hindi ako na nga magpagupit, oh. Haba na ng buhok ko. Sorry, ah.
Coach Charles, it was such a pleasure to be listening to you last Friday ba yun? Friday early morning nung nakalaban ng Gilas Pilipinas etong Lebanon. Lebanon, the best Asian team in the region right now. Of course, Australia is still number 1. Pero ang number 2 dyan, just 2 points behind, is Lebanon. They have been on a hot streak. They have been really, really impressive. How tough was that game for Gilas Pilipinas? Number 1 team in Asia na kalaban mo, nasa home pa sila.
Lebanon, they've been a solid team. Matagal na rin magkasama yung grupo nila, whether it's in a domestic league na halos lahat doon, Al-Riyadi, nakalaban ko pa yung mga yan in one team sa tournaments namin sa Dubai. But they've been playing together for a while. And I think Araki said it the best. They may not have the budget of the other countries in Asia, but they all want to play for the national team. And they've all been doing it for a while. Sa atin, I guess sometimes I wouldn't say it's minsan napapasakit na ang dami nating pagpipilian. We have so many guys who can fill in. But we'll probably talk about it a bit later. But I think going back to your point, Lebanon, they've been playing well. You've seen it sa Asia Cup. They've fought well with Australia. Diba? Solid eh. Magaling talaga yung team. So no shame in losing them. But I'll be honest, I really thought we could have won that game. Even entering the game, even early in the game, it looked like we could. But in the end, their players made plays while ours, we ended up missing shots.
Of course, we are on 2OT. Just reminding everybody, 2OT is brought to you by Smart, the Philippines' fastest and best mobile network. And this is the unofficial pre-game show. Kasama natin si Coach Charles Chu. Si Sir Scarlo Parmintuan is at the venue. Mamaya we're going to be checking in with him kung kamusta nga ba sila dun sa loob ng Mall of Asia ngayon. The game will be starting at 7. It will be on One Sports. Also going to be on Signal Play and Smart Giga Play. Dun po natin mapapanood ng live sabay-sabay yung laro maya-maya. Coach Charles, without going too deep into that game na kasi we want to prepare for Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Very impressive yung Lebanon, but what were some of the impressive points, I guess, that you got from Gilas, although this team's only been together less than 2 weeks?
Well, I like the play of certain individuals. I thought Dwight Ramos was excellent in that game. I thought Kai Soto had his flashes, his moments. He showed what he could really be in a few years when he's a bit more developed. But he gives us a rim protector that we haven't really had. We always used to look for naturalized players to be that rim protector, but he's shown that can actually be him, diba? Syempre, he's not as strong as you would want him to be, but I think that's a great thing. Obviously, his pairing with Japet looked good at stretches, gives us some size, pero I just wish we had more big men. But other than that, I like the defense shown by guys like Scotty Thompson, Chris Newsome. It seemed like Coach Chot really put them in for defensive purposes. Syempre, offensively, ibang usapan yun. Hindi rin madali to translate from the PBA game and just jump in the FIBA international style and make an impact. But I thought defensively, they did a really good job on Araki to start the game. Of course, sooner or later, medyo nag-adjust rin yung Lebanon. But defensively, we were okay. It just really hurt us that we couldn't rebound the ball.
Yeah.
I know we had more rebounds, but offensive rebounds sila marami. You don't beat a team like Lebanon giving up 15 more shots and you lose by 4 points. Iba talaga yun eh. But Yeah, I like the offense at times. We were moving the ball well. It's nice to have a guy like Clarkson who can create for everybody. So yeah, I thought there were quite a few positives naman sa Gilas.
It was pretty impressive given the time constraints kind of having this team together just over a week. But if you want to nitpick, Coach Charles, late in that game, Lebanon was up by 2. Kai Soto came up with a monster block. Ang problema, dumire-diretso kay Arakji yung bola. Clarkson late in recovering to that one. He tried his best to jump pero late na. Actually, tumuro pa nga muna siya na naramdaman niyang walang hahabol. Siya na yung tumalon. And Arakji killed us in the end. Lapses like that, Coach Charles, is that just all about chemistry? Yun lang ang kulang doon?
Yun, I think medyo bad break talaga eh. Kasi you really had a highlight block there. That's an effort thing. I wouldn't even put that on chemistry. Clarkson was great offensively, but I thought actually defensively he could have been better. Ang laki kasi niya eh. He's a 6'6" guy who's guarding guards, pero minsan hindi niya nagagamit eh kasi mahilig siya sumundot. Of course, it's hard to get past a guy like him kasi ang haba, but I would love to see him take charge defensively. Paano kung siya kaya bumantay kay Araki? I mean, I know you want to save your best offensive player for offense, right? I mean, it's not rocket science, but shoot, I would love to see it. He's an NBA player. I think he's better than all these dudes by a mile, di ba? Kasi sila naman, ganun din eh, di ba? They're guards. But I wouldn't put that on chemistry, that last play in particular. I think it's just minsan breaks of the game talaga eh. Wala eh. Napunta yung bola doon. The guy missed a few open threes already na kahit set siya. You knew he's not gonna miss too many, di ba?
Yeah.
So he made a big play.
At this point, we want to say good evening, magandang gabi po sa mahigit 7,000 nakatutok ngayon sa Facebook page ng 2OT, pati na rin syempre sa Facebook page ng Smart Sports. Konting shoutouts tayo. Gab Dagangon, magandang gabi sa... Uy, si Idol Giovanni Alalo, nakatutok sa atin ngayon, Coach Charles. Kenneth Constancio, shoutout sa iyo. Jaming Cortez, magandang gabi po.
Tumatalo
Si
sa
Theo
akin.
Antonio Garcia. Alas 7 po yung laro. We will be with you guys until 6:51. Promise, tututukan natin dahil 9 minutes before the game, magkakaroon po ng protocol. Yan po yung tatawagin ng mga players, yan po yung kakantahin ng mga national anthem. Nandito tayo sa 2OT all the way to the start of the protocol. Sana wag tayo iwan ni Coach Charles Chu. Wala pa raw ba sa TV? Tinatanong ni Randy Awaaw. Ano ba to? Hot seat with Kuya Miko Alili. Hot seat pa ang palabas ngayon sa One Sports. Antayin niyo po, 6:50, 6:51. Pag bitaw natin dito, mag One Sports na po tayo. Feo Antonio Garcia is asking Coach Charles, malakas din po ba kalaban ngayon?
They're not bad. They have played well in stretches. If you asked me, let's say a few weeks back, if we played them in that FIBA Asia Cup or a bit earlier, baka mapahirapan tayo. But I think with our lineup, with our reinforcements, we should be able to handle them easily. Of course, you never want to be too overconfident, pero hindi naman tayo nagko-coach at naglalaro, di ba? So I think we can say that. I think I'm expecting a win, really. I expect us to defeat Saudi Arabia. I will be very disappointed if that does not happen.
Coach Charles, talking about this brand new lineup, this is the strongest lineup we've had in a while, arguably, no? And the centerpiece of this, of course, is Jordan Clarkson. Tonight, Monday, Jordan Clarkson, sa araw ng mga Bayani Heroes Day sa Pilipinas, he will be debuting in front of a Filipino crowd. He played for us in the Asian Games a few years back. He played for us just a few nights ago sa Lebanon, pero first time niya maglalaro sa harap ng mga kapwa Pilipino natin, Coach Charles. It must be surreal para dito kay Jordan.
I'm sure he's gonna feel the love, and you see him naman, he's always been a type to give back or want to give back, diba? The way he talks about the Philippines, sa mga interviews niya throughout his NBA season, going back to yung tenement court ba yun,
Yeah.
and a lot of
He was there yesterday morning. Yeah,
a lot of other little things, but it's a different atmosphere here. Doon sa NBA, he's one of I wouldn't say he's a superstar, but he's pretty popular there. Pero dito, man, I mean, I think guys would worship him. He's really good though, and I've got the chance to see him live sa Asian Games. My brother was playing with him nung RP team at that time, and ang galing niya talaga. I think he's even gotten better from that stint. He impressed me a lot in nung laro sa Lebanon. Baka medyo napagod lang sa dulo kasi syempre hindi rin madali to adjust nga to the FIBA game, right?
And that was part of my next question to you, Coach Charles. In the NBA, we know he's got the license to shoot, but he comes off the bench. He was a former Sixth Man of the Year. This guy plays 20 to 25 minutes a game off the bench. Pero pagpasok niya, ang trabaho niya, tumira to put that ball inside the hoop. Dito sa atin, of course, 30 to 38, maybe even 40 minutes kang aasahan lumaro. You think he lost a little bit of steam in that fourth quarter?
Oh, definitely, I think so. And when you compare to the NBA, he still has great teammates there where he's not expected to do everything else, diba? Dito, siya pa nga nagbababa ng bola minsan, and then you got full court pressure. And the NBA, I don't think he gets as much double teams, or you don't really focus your whole defense towards him. Lebanon, they definitely did that. After he hurt them at the start, nung pinapostehan niya, nung una, one-on-one pa sila sa poste, kinakain niya talaga. Biglang may double team na. And even their coach said it, it took them just a few possessions, a few plays to make their adjustments for Clarkson. But yeah, he ran out of gas. It's a different, and ang bilis ng laro dito eh. Sa NBA, ang tagal eh. Daming stop, daming dito, tuloy-tuloy. And you really have to play both ends.
27, 6, and 7. That is a solid stat line on any standard. Pero we expect a little bit more pa, Coach Ross?
I guess those numbers are really great, but he had 18 of those in the first half. I would have liked him to be the one taking the shots in the end. That was pretty much it for me. I mean, I know he made the right decisions at times. He kicked one out on a pick and roll to hit Japet sa corner. Japet had a great look for three. He just missed it, diba? Kung na-shoot na yun, ibang usapan. Pero at the end, diba, minsan, you just want him to be the one to take the shots, because he's the best guy to score. I mean, no disrespect to all our players, but he's in the NBA for a reason, right? Yeah. So I would have loved for him to really take over. And I was expecting that even on air. Sabi ko, sana siya yung maging finisher. Kasi for Lebanon, it was Araki who scored their last 7 points. And that was the difference in the game.
Coach Charles, kaya napakabigat na para dumali ang buhay ni Jordan. Everybody else around him has to produce. Second game together nila ngayon. Napansin lang natin ang first game. First quarter, Scotty nanggigil. 2 turnover na maaga. Newsome pagpasok, got a stop but lost the ball, nanggigil din. Even Jamie Malonzo, yung unang-unang atake niya on the drive, first time in a Gilas uniform, for both Newsome and Malonzo. Ramdam mo yung gigil eh. Tonight, second game na nila in front of a home crowd. How hard is it to transition into settling down better?
I think it should be much easier. Less pressure. Let's face it, your margin for error against Lebanon was much less. You're playing in front of a hostile crowd. Their first FIBA game it's the first time for Jamie and New to be in the national team, right? I think Scotty may have played in the past already, pero yeah, for sure, part of it is giggle, part of it is nerves, I'd say, because some of the mistakes were, dinidribble yung bola sa paa, parang, I mean, those are, I wouldn't even put those on lack of preparation, lack of chemistry. Some of the turnovers were just malas. I mean, unforced na ganun eh. And, but that happens sometimes, unfortunately. And I'm definitely sure they will bounce back. I'm sure they will also adjust a bit more. They've had one game to watch film and correct. I'm sure the coaches have watched everything. They'll make their adjustments. And I think Saudi isn't as good as Lebanon in terms of pressuring the ball. So I think it should be much easier for them to kind of find their groove.
Napansin natin yan if you want to parallelize it locally. Yung TNT lang in the finals, Game 3, 24 turnovers. Kagabi, Coach Charles, 3 lang. Wow. Do we need we needed that kind of game against Lebanon, yung mga padalawa, 3 turnover lang. We don't really need to be that perfect tonight against Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but we need to be better than last time.
Oh, definitely. We need to improve on the little things. Rebounding would be one, because you know what? I actually thought we were bigger than them. Kai and Japeth are bigger than their bigs. Clarkson's bigger than their wings. So, we should have taken care of the rebounds. A few of those rebounds gone our way, and it would be a different story because they actually couldn't defend us that well. We are a problem also offensively, but when we shoot ourselves in the foot and throw the ball away, then it's also tough for us to win.
Before we dive into, we ask you more about Kai, paalala lang natin sa mga nagtatanong, live po ba? We've got 21 minutes till the opening tip and 11 minutes until bumitaw tayo dito sa 2OT dahil 6:51 p.m. magsisimula na po ang protocol. 7 p.m. tip-off na po, Gilas versus Saudi Arabia. It is going to be live on One Sports, on Signal Play, and on Smart Giga Play. Shoutout muna tayo dito. Anong oras po? Tinatanong ni Theo Antonio Garcia. Yun po. Alley-oop party, sabi ni John Carlo. Everybody was enjoying those lobs, Coach Charles.
Yeah, I wasn't enjoying them myself. So I thought we'd see more, but yeah, I'm waiting for my guys, Jamie, for new, maybe Roosevelt to give us some other highlights. You know, Kai and Japeth are gonna have some dunks, but yeah, I want to see the other guys too.
Eski Aaron Santor, magandang gabi sa'yo and to everybody over at Vicon right now. Si Eileen Mora is watching from the UAE. Alois Gilmer de los Trico, magandang gabi po. Ano yan, Coach Charles?
Na-press ko yung Facebook link. Narinig ko yung boses mo tuloy. Sorry.
Si Alfred Alba tinatanong, la-live ba sa Smart Sports Facebook? Sa Smart Giga Play po, sa Signal Play, pati na rin sa One Sports. Sa ngayon, actually, si Denise Tan may kinikwento na sa One Sports. Pero may kinikwento na si Denise. It's starting right now on One Sports, but we'll be with you till 6:51, which is for the next 10 minutes. Dahil gusto ko munang tanongin si Coach Charles. Kai Soto, Coach Charles. His presence on defense definitely changed the face of the defense para sa Gilas Pilipinas. He didn't register as many blocks, dalawa lang yata or tatlo officially. Pero yung mga binago niyang tira, Coach Charles, iba ang may 7-footer ka.
Absolutely. You know, we touched it a bit at the start of this discussion, Magoo. But yeah, he was great defensively inside. In fact, they had to adjust because of him. You know, they changed their alignment, they changed their spacing. They went a bit more 5 out, so both bigs would have to be outside. Kasi nung una nakakaparada si Kai sa paint, and it was tough to shoot over him. You know, he changed a lot of layups of Araki. Na kung wala si Kai, easily would have been a layup for him, diba? So that's one good thing. He showed some stuff on offense too, a nice touch. You know, the only thing really is to get stronger. But at the same time, when you think about it, kasi nakita mo, ang laki niya versus ni kay Ali Haidar, who's probably only 6'8".
Guy was a bully though.
Yeah.
Bigat.
Every time he bumps Kai, he gets that separation and was able to get his shot off. But then, you know, you're like, he got to get stronger. But then, if you actually watch the FIBA Asia Cup, he was doing the same thing to Australia, to the big men of Australia. Binabangga niya rin, binabarak, because that guy is really strong. So, you know, on one end, yeah, he has to get stronger. But then, you know, you're playing these guys. But again, if the standard for Kai is the NBA, then yeah, syempre, you want him to be stronger. But it's really nice to have Kai. Let's not forget, he's only 20 years old, diba? I mean, sky's the limit still for this kid. I know people have been hard on him, but he's got nowhere to go but up. And he will be a fixture. I hope he's a fixture here because I really feel the more he plays for the national team and the more he has great performances, kind of like, let's say, Hamid Haddadi, that's your chance to maybe get to the NBA. Because, I mean, the scouts are all watching, believe me. They're all watching our teams play. And they're watching Clarkson, they're watching him. So this is a great showcase for him to, you know, prove that he belongs in the bigger leagues.
How about talking about fixtures or guys that may have just cemented their spot for next year for 2023? We got to talk about Dwight Ramos. That was a monster of a performance. 18 points, 10 rebounds, 6 steals, Coach Charles. Grabe naman yung Dwight.
Yeah, Dwight's solid, man. I've been a big fan of his game. You know, he knows how to play the passing lanes. But what I like about him is he's just so tough. He's like a bully, man. Bull strong yan. When he puts his head down, pag nagpangga, hirap talaga eh. Apparently, he's got some Russian genes in him somehow. I mean, that's what sila Coach Tab would get. I'm like, oh, no wonder he's tough. Yeah, lakas niya eh. And then, you know, I really believe that in this game, when you're open from three, you got to knock it down. And he was hitting his open threes. And, you know, that's, I think, the difference in the game. We make 1 or 2 more open threes, panalo na tayo dun eh. But unfortunately, that's not how it worked. But Dwight's solid, man. He belongs in any Gilas team, I think.
Coach Charles, meron akong magandang what if para sa'yo. Sabi ni Randy Toriado, imagine kung home and home tayo. Ibig sabihin yung Lebanon, dito rin naglaro nung isang gabi kontra sa Gilas Pilipinas. Gawin mong MOA, gawin mong Araneta. Baka hindi tayo kasya, baka kailangan Philippine Arena pagka ganun. That's the number 1 team in Asia right now. The actual Asian team. Hindi kasali yung Australia at New Zealand. They are better than China right now. They're better than Iran right now. They're better than South Korea. They're better than us right now. Lebanon is back on top of the Asian basketball scene. Nag-iba ba kwento kung nandito sila kaya noon?
I think it would have been a factor. For sure, their home crowd made a difference for them, pumped them up because, you know, at the start of the game, it looked like, wow, the way we started, we could have pulled away. Imagine if we were doing that at home. But you got to give it to them. They have composure. They're a veteran team. You know, they never panicked at all at any stretch. Kahit nang lumamang tayo ng dulo, Teka lang, segue lang ako to si Isaac Go. Nanonood pala. I just have to say hi to my guy, Isaac. Get well soon, Isaac.
Oo nga.
One guy we'd love to see for Gilas, right? But no, I think it's a little bit different if we were at home. But then again, syempre, hirap rin eh. You know, we haven't played a game together. Now, it's hard for me, honestly, to always just say, you know, we lack preparation, this and that. Because, you know, I've talked to some coaches internationally and they're like, nah, your country actually has the most preparation compared to other teams. But the difference, I guess, with this is ang dami natin bagong pinasok eh.
Yeah.
Got, like, 4 or 5 guys.
And I think that's what the SBP is trying to do, trying to give everybody a chance. Titignan ko sino ang magiging bagay para sa next year. Just trying to give everybody a taste of the international game para nga malaman natin sino yung pinaka-best na pwede natin for next year. Last round of shoutouts. We've got about 5 minutes before the start of the protocols. Watching from Lanao del Sur, si Nasif Alonto Macabato, si Theo Garcia, limit turnovers lang daw natin. Sabi ni Isaac Go, pati daw ako, Pogi. Si Coach Charles lang ang Pogi, ikaw naman, Isaac Go. Si Mike Alfaez, magandang gabi sa inyo. Sa lahat na nakatutok, magandang gabi po. In about 4 minutes, lipat na tayo sa One Sports, Signal Play, and Smart Giga Play. Coach Charles, for this particular game versus Saudi Arabia, out si Carl Tamayo, in comes Roosevelt Adams. Another one of your guys, Coach Charles.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rose. You know, we've been wanting him to come over. Actually, we reached out. He asked me to help him to connect him to the SBP back then. So I saw Coach Chot in person, and Coach was like, really? Eligible ba si Roosevelt? I like that kid. I'm like, okay. So sabi, sige, try to submit the stuff. So, you know, it took a while, but Rose was able to finally submit all his documents, and it's great na na-approve siya ng FIBA. He's very excited to play. You know, he had to pay for his own flight to come here. He didn't even have a place to stay kasi basically nag-move back na siya sa States. So he bunked in with somebody lang just to play for our country. So I hope he gets a run in this game. I hope he's able to produce. I hope Jamie Malonzo, na syempre sila Kiefer 30. I mean, medyo matagal na yan sa national team. I'm sure they'll both bounce back. But yeah, these two guys, I hope they play well.
So it is about 3 minutes bago yung simula ng protocol. The game will be live again at 7 p.m. One Sports, Signal Play, and Smart Giga Play. Pero sa ngayon po, ito, last round of commercials na yata sa One Sports before we start with the national anthems and all that. Final message to all the Gilas faithful, whether medyo kinakabahan ngayon o kine-question yung pagiging loyal o yung talagang solid na solid pa rin sa Gilas, to every basketball-loving Filipino out there, Coach Charles.
Ako? Talaga? Papahirapan mo ako, ah. I guess, you know, I know it's been tough at times. Everybody has had an opinion and they're not happy with the way things are going. But, you know, you just have to have some faith that I guess these people know what they're doing, our leaders. You got to give them a chance. It's been hard because we keep changing players. That's been the biggest issue. But if they have finally decided to stick to a pool and, you know, let's say 15, 16 guys, and that's it for the World Cup, then I think it's going to be a different story. But meanwhile, all we can do is support. You know, I'm not sure the negativity helps in any way, especially I'm sure the players read it. I'm sure they have a lot of issues they're dealing with. So it would be nice to support the team. I think this game tonight we should win. I'm basically two guys who've been producing for Saudi Arabia. Tatapon ko na rin since nanonood sila. One is si Abdel Gabar, hindi si Abdel Jabbar. He's number 10. He's a guard, one of their better scorers. And the other one is, he's about a shooting guard forward, number 6, si Al Marwani. So it's basically those two guys who've been playing well for them. So Saudi should be a game we should win. It should be fun in MOA. I wish we were there covering, but it's not what it is. I'm gonna have fun drinking my wine tonight. But yeah, we appreciate. I personally appreciate some of the nice comments I got when I was commentating the game. I don't know if they're watching this show, but I thank those people. And you know, tayo, we just support in any way we can give back to the country would be nice. You know, I'm sure Magu does the same, diba? You know, with the way he tweets. So let's all rally together for our country, and hopefully we can prepare and have a good showing sa World Cup in the future.
Sa akin naman, Coach Charles, okay, medyo ingat lang tayo sa mga negativity. Pero this is the national team eh. We all feel a sense of ownership for the national team, the basketball faithful, the basketball fans, the Gilas fans. Kaya gusto natin the team performs well. Pero we just gotta filter it or channel it in a better way, I guess, na para hindi naman masyadong, di ba, tatadyakan mo na pababa yung nakaluhod na. Di ba? Wag naman ganon. Pero Lahat tayo, gusto lang natin maganda ipakita ngayong gabi ng Gilas Pilipinas para naman matapos itong fourth window on a high note para sa ating lahat, Coach Charles.
Oh yeah, they better. Sorry to say, tonight I fully expect them to. So I'm hoping for a blowout. Of course, below Gambola, they get hot, but we've got the star power, we've got the crowd to rally, and now we've got a game under our belt together. So no more excuses. It's time to actually perform and deliver.
So yan po, maraming salamat Coach Charles Chu for joining us dito sa 2OT live on the 2OT Facebook page, and of course the Smart Sports Facebook page and the 2OT YouTube page. Sa mahigit 12,000 na nakatutok po ngayon, sabay-sabay na po tayong lumipat sa One Sports, sa Signal Play, pati na rin sa Smart Giga Play dahil mag-uumpisa na po Gilas Pilipinas versus the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It is going to be the home debut for Jordan Clarkson. Ito na, Coach Charles. Nag-uumpisa na, nag-OBB na yung FIBA World Cup Asian Qualifiers. Maraming salamat sa inyo magtutok. Salamat Coach Charles. Salamat everybody for joining us. Sabay-sabay na tayong makisigaw ng Laban Pilipinas!